Hello, 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 everyone. How is it going? We were just speaking of the intricacies of pharmacies. So yeah, super good with that. Um, Here we are for Orchard, our D&D 5e adventure, a surreal and horror journey in the Feywilds, a kind of twisted, Tim Burton-esque kind of horror escapade. And so yeah, here we all are. I can say I need to do some backlog stuff on screen. So while I do that, I'm gonna go around your casting crew, and we can remind ourselves who is playing what, and all that good jazz. Starting with Sean, I think.
Hello, everyone. My name is Sean McGovern. You might know me from my blog, Power Score RPG. Today, I am playing a character named Neil Zarkanin, a 15th level cleric, or paladin, sorry. I worship Bakab, and right now we're at a party. And before we went live, we were starting to talk about what our plan was. So I think we're probably gonna, at some point soon, have to. We're gonna figure out what we're doing here. So yeah, that's it for me.
Nice. And then jumping from you to Sean. I mean, Tommy.
Hi.
Hi, I'm the
You
new
two just
Sean.
look so alike. I'm sorry.
I am Sean 2.0. Hello. No, I'm Tommy. God, now you've thrown me off. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Hey, I'm Tommy. I play Kieran, resident angry sad boy barbarian. Who wants to just smash everything and is just very angry right now with everyone who's not like his immediate party. Except he's still also mad at Neil for the most part. Blames Neil for a lot of stuff that happened so far. But yeah, he's ready to throw down at this party. Throw down hard.
Yeah, super great. And speaking of throwing down, tis.
Hello, it's me, Heavenly Tiz_aliens on Twitter. I play Seraphina, a level 5 fighter, a level 10 cleric, level 100 mom. And I can't speak, so that's what's happening at the moment. Things are getting spicy. We're unraveling secrets that are from the future because we're in the past / the present. Getting deep, you know? We're gonna have to start mapping this out on a timeline.
Yeah, and jumping up from you to Brie.
Hey, it's NPC Bree, and I am playing Sally today. I'm currently trapped in a dance with a beautiful fae who wants to turn my skin into a beautiful work of gardenry in the castle. We are on, I think, round 40 of trying to save the Feywild. So let's see if 41 will be the kicker. I don't know. I'm a level 15 rogue.
I mean, you know
I'm
what
really
they say. 41st time is the 41st try is
it's
the one,
the
right?
Sally is a level 15 rogue. She might be Sewell, she might not be. It's really confusing, but she doesn't like to answer questions. But then again, does anyone actually care?
Oh, asked
The
you.
question is your soulness a disease?
Hey,
Oh God, yeah, that was great.
don't get mad at me for caring.
That was great.
So school me.
And
School me.
oh my God,
Best line of this whole campaign.
it has been. I need to actually clip that. Yeah, and I am Pro Starter. I am the good, the bad, and all the other voices in between. I am the herder of these cats that try and finagle out the maze, but get distracted by the shiny lights and sparkly things. As we can see, a lovely cat on screen there as well. Yeah. And a quick and brief little recap of what happened last time. We saw the group trying on their costumes, their regalia, their dresses and suits. Kyron seems to his inner self, or a reflection of his inner self, seems to be showing off. Where he had grown horns, he's had black smoke spewing off of him, and the eye that is just completely black, that has the purple iris, seemed to be more vibrant and glowing, and there was a massive symbol embossed on his forehead of ooze. Serafina can't speak when she puts hers on, and we know Sean can't smell when his character puts his on. And I'm going to just quickly do these things real quick, just so we can get the actual cameras correctly. When the group decided to make their way towards the actual summer court, they went past this large forest area that would go deeper into the Summerlands and the orchards. Decided to go into the summer court. In the garden, they saw twisted shrubberies sculpting flesh mounts into various works of art. A kind of role reversal in kinds of garden decor, as well as visitors of the gala who had their heads like concaved in and completely hollowed through, as well as some of their chests. And inside them were these bird cages that seemed to swing in the opposite direction whichever way they moved. And inside was a smooth, no-faced tiny baby. Going from there, they were able to reach the door to the gala, each one of them giving up something as per the request as an entry fee. Each giving up something. Kyron giving up his Wendigo-ness. Sayeli giving up the only person who cared about her when she was young. Neil giving up his only friend when he was young. And Serafina making a secret deal in her little mind to what she was going to give up, whatever that may be. Inside the gala, they saw a slew of people. They saw a butler, a maid, a strange porcelain doll that was wrapped in vines that seemed to be Lady of the Gardens, or they're in twisted forms, as well as sitting on the throne in the center on an obsidian throne was Iridesinus, the Lord of Summer. On that throne, him and Kyron had a chat when not much was really given or gleamed, and at that point, Sayeli had taken the hand of the Lady of the Garden and begun a dance on the floor, to which one she is now trapped in. Coming over as well is Ellison, the half-elven merchant who first met them before they traversed into the Feywild, asking what he was doing there. Serafina giving him a sock to the face, and Ellison writing, and well, actually not writing but drawing with calligraphy pen, quill, and colouring a sigil or a symbol or a rune or whatever it was that depicted a bunch of chains and an eye. And I can re-show that to everyone as well. It looked like this, and to those who are watching as well. Just kind of put there on your calligraphy paper, and drawn and colored with the magic that he used. And that's kind of where we left it. So, going back into it, the music swells once again. The gala is still going on. Sayeli is dancing as Kyron had attempted to grab her off the dance floor, but Sayeli, being too nimble, failed. What is the group doing? Elasan has walked away, laughing and to himself and eating finger food.
Who is standing next to me? Who is standing next to me?
Neil.
I'm gonna pass the notebook to Neil so he can see the symbol. I suppose, in character, do I recognize the symbol? Do I need to roll anything?
Yes, because you might only know general knowledge. Like, you know what it is, but that doesn't mean like you know.
What would you like me to
Got it.
roll?
Religion. And if Neo's looking at it as well, he can roll a religion as well.
Okay, +6. Boom.
Okay, so you both basically know the same thing. This is an old symbol that you've only seen really on old ancient texts within your respective like libraries or churches. And only a few churches have these, only a few libraries have these. And it only ever speaks to of an old one or the Black Sun, a god of supreme power and darkness that took not one or five, but all gods, high and low, to simply even banish this creature. The name doesn't really connect with what it kind of is, but it goes by many monikers. It goes by many names throughout the years through just documentation. I can give you those names now. Sorry, give me 1 second. But it also kind of you get this kind of swelling within you, just this fear of kind of dread and unease, kind of looking at this and regaining memory. As whenever you would look at it, or whenever you would search for it, or you would hear and you remember of stories of people keeping collections who did more research, those facilities, no matter how big or small, those places would eventually burn down, sold off, the contents lost, forgotten, gotten rid of, no one hearing it, and that's such information on it is so sparse. The names that really just kind of come through when all different texts say different names, but they all kind of have the same kind of connotations when you've read them. And the names that kind of drawn off in them are just like the Dark God, the Black Sun, the Patient One, the Chained One. And the domains of madness, insanity, consumption. There's only ever one cult each of you ever heard of. A ravenous, cannibalistic, nihilistic cult that was drived off, burned, and killed by your fairy unit, Seraphina. And there was like 3 individuals, but they killed hundreds of people. And was started in an old asylum. And that's the information
I'll
you
write
get.
a little bit of what I would know then to Neil. I'll write that I kind of recognize the symbol and that I've run into people in our realm who worship this god whose name I've forgotten.
No, you haven't forgotten. There's just never any name. Whenever it's written in different books, it's always
It's a
either
different name every
yeah, it's either
time.
like the Black Sun or the Dark
Okay.
One
Or the chained one, right?
or the Chained One, right? But you can kind of piece together that each of them is kind of referring to the same amalgamation of events and stories, just different aspects of it.
Okay. Yeah. That's what I write. I write that I've dealt with humans who worship the chained one / old one / black sun, and first I'll write it SUN and then I'll scratch it out and I'll write SUN.
I think we need to get everybody together, go somewhere quiet, and figure out what we're doing here. Right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you can't talk.
I think
We should work out like a hand system. What does that mean? What does that mean?
two phrases, a film. I think also with that as well. I think both of you would know that each time you've read a book or a tome of this, it's always been bound in black chains. Every time.
Okay. Why don't we get the other two?
I write no in big letters, so you stop.
Okay.
No.
Why?
Um
Should I write also?
When mom loses her voice, right?
I'm struggling to be like, should I say what I'm writing? And then I have to think about what I'm writing. Okay, I'm going to write. Kieran has mock that is also suspicious.
Yup.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Also, I'm writing, so perhaps we should come up with game plan. I don't know why I'm talking like this. Perhaps we should come up with a game plan that doesn't include him until we know for sure how they're connected. I've written down very fast.
Wait, don't include Kieran? Because we have to include him. He's our-
Perhaps we do not tell him of the mark we have seen right now.
He's our friend. We have to tell him. We're in this together.
He's our friend with a very suspicious mark on his face.
In my opinion, his problem is our problem, and I think we should deal with it together in an open and honest manner. That's just me. But if you
That
say
is
otherwise,
just you. Yes.
alright. If you want to do it another way, I mean, like, I don't like it, but I'll do it.
Do you trust Kieran
Yeah.
fully with no reservations?
Well, not when he's a Winnebago, but he's not a Winnebago, so we're okay. Or a Wendigo.
Canon.
All right, we can include him and tell him of the symbol that we have seen. I trust your judgment.
With this talk of Kieran, both of you run me an intelligence check.
Intelligence. Okay, let's see.
Kieran right now is just over by Sally trying to like figure out how to separate the two. Like that concerned parent that's like 6 inches apart. 6 inches apart.
Leave room for Jesus.
We don't want to dance with Jesus. So like 10's enough. You both put together a similarity in the drawing in referring to Neil. Specifically the eye. And Neil's right eye. has the
Neil's
same.
right eye or Kieran's right eye?
Kieran's right eye. Sorry,
There you go.
So
Kieran's
the
right eye.
black spot that's around Kieran's right eye.
It's not a black spot. It's his eye.
Oh,
The white of his eye turned black, and then the iris turned purple.
Oh, I was kind of picturing like a bruise this whole time.
Mm-mm.
I get it now. Okay,
Oh,
never
give
mind.
me a break, dude. Come on.
That happened. That happened like right at the start with the spider.
I thought, yeah, maybe that's why. I just thought that that was a continuation of what the eye looked like. You're much less horrifying now that I know that, if that helps.
So his eye looks
Looks like the eye in this drawing.
So he might be linked to Ayu's and the Chained God.
Yes.
That's bad.
Yeah. He's got a weird purple eye.
It's two. That's two of them. Oh,
You see my hesitation now, Neil. I'm writing in like text speak, so I'm not including vowels, and I'm using numbers instead of yeah.
Nice. You invent text speak. Nice.
I
This
do
is
a quick
this
like
up.
key smash, but it's just a letter smash. I write like A F X C V B H J K K L L I.
get off my stream. As this is happening, and you know, both of you absentmindedly look towards Neil. Neil absentmindedly look towards Kieran. You guys just look the same. Sorry, just uncanny.
We look. I like to think that Neil and I look at the same time, like very obviously. We're both like,
And that background music plays that's like mysterious, right?
I'm like, Neil, quick, look at Kieran, but don't make it obvious.
Dun, dun, dun. But as you do that, Kieran and Sadie, what are you two doing?
Well, seeing as I can't grab Sayali because she's too nimble for me, I guess I'm gonna grab the other person, the poison ivy lady,
Mm.
and try to be like, okay, this this dance is gonna have to end. Sorry, I've got the next dance with this lovely lady here, Sayali, my friend. It was planned.
Months in planning.
We have been traveling to this ball for a very long time. So, I could have a chance to dance with her, to perhaps have her back later. I look real dapper right now.
Real awful dapper.
Real
And
awful
he's
dapper.
very
but dapper.
clean. Like
I got a very like devil in a suit look going on right now.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Very masquerade, gothic-esque.
The devil is a handsome man.
Yeah. So make me a check.
Persuasion?
Saying this out loud, right? So yeah, I think roll me a persuasion.
Don't fuck me now, dice. Roll 20. Yes.
Ooh, nice. So you're dancing and dancing and dancing, and once again, this figure is like porcelain white, and she is naked apart from the vines that are tightly wrapped around her that have these like bright red spots, and like thorns that dig into her flesh with every movement. Her face is smooth, and as the vines kind of dig in tight, you see chips in her like arms and torso. And as you say this, starkly, as you twirl her, Sayeli, she stops and then backs away and does like a curtsy.
I
Thank
bow
you.
to her.
Thank you for the dance.
It was my pleasure, she says as she grips Kieran's wrist like super hard.
She turns towards Kieran. Shall we dance?
Oh, I was talking about Sayeli.
Oh, you're talking to the party. Okay, then cool. Then
Yeah.
then
Yeah,
she goes,
Yeah.
I understand. Enjoy the dancing. And she kind of ballerina-esque, like tiptoes back to the corner where she was.
Like I lean in like real close to Sayali's here. I don't know how to dance.
Let's not dance then. Take me to Neil and Serafina.
But I feel like now she'll just think I'm a liar if we don't actually dance.
She wanted to put my skin in the garden. Take me to Neil and Serafina.
Okay, well, why don't we just like 1-2 our way over there? That's how it works,
All
right?
Sally will lead the dance to.
You get the sense that Sayeli has taken like the male position of the
Mhm.
dance. as
Yes,
well.
Sally is much a good few inches shorter than Kieran, but is very powerful, in control. In her big red dress, she's in charge.
Nice. Let me performance check, both of you.
I love how I roll so much better for things I don't have much in, but I get great. Like
Sign of
roll the-
life,
You
right?
get a +10 in something else, but you'll get real high in performance.
God. But as you're going through and you're dancing and you're kind of making your way towards the others, you guys, I need you because you're standing by the door, right? Serafina and Neil.
I don't actually know where in the room we are.
Let's find out. Where are you?
Where are we? By the. Is there a buffet?
It's like along the sides of the walls.
Then
We're
we're
all
by the
just like-
buffet.
They're
Okay, left.
fingered.
Left or right? Right is where the ballerina is. Left is where Ellison is.
Well, I guess because he walked away from us, so I imagine we're then opposite him. Because
Yeah,
he
he's like the
probably
other
walked.
end of it, right? And Riddlestan is still by Iridescence, just like by his throne. Iridescence is just like petting his
petting
head.
Petting him?
Yeah, it's petting him.
Oh, weird. Isn't Riddleston not really a rabbit? He's like a pet.
I mean, yeah, he's like in his like satyr form.
Yeah, and he's petting him. That's really creepy. Rich people are
I mean,
weird.
This whole place
They're
is
just
just
wild.
creepy. You know, we've got people with no faces and babies in cages.
I know,
And-
but petting, I don't know, petting like a fully sentient being is very weird to me.
I mean, it's the hierarchy, right? It's above him.
Okay. Yeah, so we're at the left.
Okay. So you guys go towards the left table. And as you make it towards the group, the doors slam open. And this chill rushes in. And as this chill rushes in, we see Iridescence stand up. And like a cane appears in his hand. And he steps down one step. And then he just kind of stands there looking towards the door. And we just see walking in. First we just see a dress flowing. And then we see snow flowing in. And you see Lady of Winter standing at the door, looking around. Everyone has stopped. The dancing has stopped as people just like, like got handkerchiefs in front of their faces. You see Iridescence as his like form starts to like start glowing, his eyes start burning even brighter. And as Lady of Winter kind of walks in, her high heels clatter on the checkered floor. You just hear her say, "It's so good to be back at the gala. Wouldn't you agree?" She looks at Kieran for a second. Everyone looks at you, Kieran, for a second. She looks at Iridescence. Iridescence. And it's like starts making her way forward. You guys feel this tension in the air. What are you doing?
I think Kieran gives like a bow to the Lady of Winter, just sort of like a nod of a bow of acknowledgement.
I will say, if you want to take this back, just as we've input an insight into the room, no one has bowed. Doing so will show allegiances in this instance. Feel free to take it back. I'm just saying, etiquetely wise, no one has greeted her. Doing so would show everybody else your acknowledgement of this person. So I'm just letting you know.
I think Kieran definitely still acknowledges her at the very least. Like, I think Kieran still does this sort of half bow.
Okay.
Like a wink. Why don't you wink?
No, Kieran doesn't wink.
Wink.
Kieran doesn't know how to wink.
Kieran
Like-
doesn't know how to wink.
Just
He
close
thinks
your
that-
eyes really
No,
slowly.
he
Like,
just thinks like whenever he sees someone else wink, he's like, something wrong with your eye. Do you have like some sort of twitch? Like, so he gives sort of a half bow of acknowledgement. I think he still acknowledges her. I think he's less pissed with her than he is with basically everyone else. So
Mhm.
far, so I think that I think he will. He is certainly. He's not great at reading social cues.
That makes sense. Yeah, so as Kieran does this, someone else doing anything, as she just slowly starts walking towards him. You hear the clicking and the clattering. The music stops. And not a sound can be heard apart from her clicking and clattering.
no, I don't think I'm gonna do anything. I'm just gonna watch.
Okay.
Just hang me out to dry here. Okay.
So as you're walking and she walks over to Iridescence, Iridescence is just like, "How are you in my lands, Lady of Winter? You are not invited. The season has not passed." "I was invited by one of your guests, and I believe they have an invitation for a +1. Isn't that just standard practice? So I've come to enjoy." And like you see this, like as she like puts her hand out, you see this like ice blade appear, like shh. "I've come to enjoy the festivities."
All right. I think we can all get along here.
Both heads slowly just turn towards you.
And we need to get some shit straight here. Because I am quite frankly tired of whatever is going on in this shithole of a place.
Cede away from him slightly.
Iridescence's eyes are just like these smoldering hot white embers. "You do not like it in my lands, mortal?"
I don't like it anywhere in this whole realm because only bad things have happened since we've gotten here. I don't even know how long we've been here, to be honest, because you guys keep saying we've been here many times. I don't remember any of this. And I guess that I'll probably be back and I won't remember it again. I prefer not to be back. I want to go home to my place, my realm, where like screaming babies don't come at me everywhere. So I want to figure this shit out. And maybe getting you two together here will help us do that.
When you say that and then like they look at both of you, Elison's just like, "Oh please, please, do not listen to the mortal human, my lords and
punch
lady."
Can I hit him really hard?
You have to go over to across the room because, as I said, he's at the other end.
Do it.
He's at the
March
other end
over
of
there,
the.
hit him. March over and just punch him right in his dumb bitch face. Like, just go like.
I think if Kieran's gonna go across the room, if he's gonna try, I'm gonna try and intercept him. Like not in a
Okay.
violent. I'm not gonna like throw down, but I'm gonna try.
If that's the
and put
case,
my arm out.
Sally will probably try to intercept Seraphina.
Intercept me.
Like at this point,
Instant.
I
Sally
counter
will.
spell. You're a counter spell.
Sally just wants to see
Okay, well I
Kieran
counter
punch
your instinct with my instinct.
Okay, so
Neil just power hooks all of us into one circle. It's fine. We're all.
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do for this. Kieran, you're like you see this and you start going off. I'm gonna have as you both Seraphina and Sayed are standing there. I want you Sayed to roll me an insight check to see at this charge moment if you can tell the intention of what Seraphina's going to do, because it's all happening in a split moment, right? Right, so that gives you pause
like-
as you just looking at Kieran walking over, and then you start seeing Serafina move forward. And as you move forward, you get obviously you can get close to Neo because you're not Kyron because you're not trying to be slow.
Yeah, I just want to like put my hand out like on his chest and just be like,
I really want to punch him.
He's there and he's just smiling at you. There is just this big like shitting grin, just like.
I'll show
Oh.
Kieran. I'll show Kieran the not the conversation that Neil and I had, but I'll show him deleting all the text.
Only look at this part.
You accidentally add me to the chat where this shit talking is happening.
I'm gonna show him the image. The image that.
Great.
Do I
Okay.
recognize it?
Run me a relation check.
22.
Yes, the same. Actually, 22. Given
So I
your
have the same.
given your circles, and just
Why do you have a +6 to religion? What are
given
you doing?
like yeah,
That's a good question.
just given like your life. I think you know this information instantly. What I already said, and you know the name Ferrisdune.
And then I'm like, why do you have that drawn in your book?
All right. All right. Elephant.
You
it?
skipped 5 pages.
Ignore this.
Ellison wrote this. After he kissed me / I punched him, and we.
Oh, he kissed you now, did he?
No, I punched him. We need to figure out what's going on, and I think it's best if we don't get killed by the Lord of Summer, whose palace we currently stand in. Like it or not, we have to play a game of politics.
I submit to your judgment with protest.
Fair enough. I draw a smiley face.
But this is more reason to punch him. Just saying. All right.
So, since you don't come over to Ellison, he continues. And he just says, "Oh, my lords and ladies, you see the brash, garish nature of these human mortals. Not even an ounce of fayship in them. Why would you even listen to them? Clearly, my lord Iridescence, you have dominion here, and one such as the Grand Lady of Winter should not have even entertained an invitation by a being extremely lesser to herself."
I feel like you are speaking above your station when compared to someone like the Lady of Winter, Ellison. And I give him that a shit-eating grin back. And you see, like, he's definitely got like his canine teeth are like just like a little, they're just a little bit sharper than normal. I think so.
Yeah, so you say that, and I want you to roll a persuasion. And this is gonna be first is his, right? To see who they listen to. And if anyone wants to help him in this, like they can. So if someone wants to say something, then
Hey chat, we're like
Oh,
31 we're like 30.5% away from a divine favor, which I could really use right now.
Whoops, shit.
'Cause I
I
don't know
will
how much I can
assist.
keep these rolls up.
I'll assist. I'll be like, yeah, of course. I'll be like the hype team. Repeating every other word. Like, what he said. Yeah.
Are you like my what's the word? The hype man? Are you like the hype
Yes,
man?
I'm like back there, like you'd be like, yeah, like fuck him up, fam. And I'm like, yeah, what he said, fuck him up, fam.
Hold me back.
I really
Hold me
want to
back.
give you like disadvantage for that.
Did you say advantage or disadvantage?
I kind of want to give you disadvantage for that, but I won't.
That would be cruel. All right, so just normal or
You're being assisted, so
advantage.
Give me a persuasion. Nice.
Could have been worse.
Oh, I actually rolled secretly by mistake. Hold on.
Oh,
The secret one was a 22, by the way, but I'm not gonna take that one because it wasn't rolled properly. Oh, Wu-Tang's coming in with that divine favor, skimming us over the top of that. So thank you very much for that. So let's just hold things down and go for that because you all might need it. You all might need this hot divine favor action. So I'm gonna roll a d4, starting with Sally this time, I think, and going round. A badoop. Sally. Every time I say something with you, I think I've only rolled a 1 so far when I do this. Jesus Christ. Okay, critical hit. A nat 20 that can be used on any to hit roll. So yeah, thank you, Wu-Tang for that. And yeah, so that's good going forward, depending on what that might be. You know. So this happens, and you both are making like good points. Ella-san is just like looking at you like fuming. And then Iridescence just says, You make interesting arguments. Yes, Ella-san, as much as you've helped this realm in its esoteric adventures in your doing, I think this is above your station. This requires local administration.
I give a bigger shit-eating grin to Alisand at that.
Yeah, I stick my tongue out at Ellison really quickly. I'm just like,
But Ella-san also makes a good point. You should have known better, Lady of Winter. And Lady of Winter's just like, perhaps in my uncertainty, I allowed the strange words to glimmer some truths. But they still look ready to go, like, to fight. Right? It's still, it's just like a stalemate. And anything could tip them off the edge. And I think if anyone else isn't going to do anything at that point, I think Ella-san speaks up again and just says, My lords and ladies, you're right. I stepped too far beyond my station. But isn't it true that with the growing of these orchards across the realm, a union has sprouted, something far greater than what is currently being threatened by these intruders, who have already proven themselves to be less than capable. I suggest, my lord, that you teach them the proper rules and etiquettes of this realm. And he just like smiles at all of you.
No. Sally is going to say. And she's going to look at Ellison and go, I find it so strange that you plant an orchard in these kingdoms and then feel like you have the rights to tell the Lord of Summer what he should do in his keep. I find it so interesting that you plant a few things and you think you are in control of the lords and ladies of the Fae. I find it very unique that they would listen to your counsel when you are also an outsider. It's almost like you are trying to, take control of their thoughts or something.
Nice. He gives you like this the most dirtiest of looks. Like, someone would look at like trash that gains sentiency and then try to debate them on like philosophy.
Well, accurate.
And he's just like looking at you. Is anyone else wish to help? Because this would be another persuasion.
Guys, someone back a homegirl up.
I
The ones that-
can't speak. If I nod very vigorously, does that
No, you just look weird.
Neil, Kieran has something he might say, but I don't know if Neil's got anything.
Just yeah. I'm doing a doodle in the book.
Uh-huh.
You know, like
Uh-huh.
a little kid like drawing of each of us.
Kieran,
You know,
please help
six
me.
Figures, and there's a sun. Like we all have a big smiley face, and we're all holding hands. That's what I'm doing right now.
You know, I heard once that this land was full of whimsy. I quite frankly don't see much of that here. Seems like you've lost it a bit. It seems like this one over here, not Elasan, doesn't seem to like that in all of you. I don't know. That might just be me, but it seems kind of lame, to be honest.
So not tubular. Nice, yeah, run me your persuasion with advantage.
Oh!
Who is she? Who's that girl? It's me.
There's gonna be a rap battle version of this scene in the future.
Plus 11 to persuasion, and he's just like
Now you know how I
14.
And I only have a +1. I feel very powerful right now.
So, Iridescence just says, yes, there has been a shift, hasn't there? When was it that changed?
How long ago was the first orchard planted?
Where it was planted 50 seasons ago. And at that time, I think Elison's like, there's no need to think about that. Silence, Elison.
I turned to Elsan, I'm like,
For Kafka.
This fucker, I'll light him on fire.
Iridescence just like, yes. Why is it that the change in mood, he looks around his court, is in exact replica of the day of the harvest? You may stay, Lady of Winter, even if it is just to remind me. Step forward, Ellison. Well, yes. What are you doing to my lands? No, nothing, my lord. They simply are just trying to... Enough of your lies. And you see, like, these hot burning embers, like, kind of smoking. I think I've had enough of your treats in this land. Don't you agree? And as he says that, Ellison just like, you stupid, silly bitch! And he turns around and he goes to attack. And everyone's rolling initiative.
Oh yes, I want to punch him so
yeah!
bad.
Fuck yeah! I'm so ready to kill this bastard.
So drag your tokens onto the board here, and we can get some battle going. Do 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 do.
Thank God for advantage on initiative rolls.
Would it be an action? Okay, first of all, what's our AC in our fancy clothes?
Your AC is just your dex.
10 plus your dex.
Mhm.
Ooh. Ah.
But-
What?
For me, it's 10 plus my dex and constitution.
No.
The door is open as they have not closed, so you could leave if you wanted to.
Would it be an action for me to disrobe? And if I disrobe,
It's gonna take
my
longer.
AC
It's gonna
the same?
yeah, it'd be the same. Yeah, the only change is if you have armor or unarmored ability. It takes
So it'd be
like
one whole action for me to take my clothes off.
no, it'll take longer than that. Because it's
Just
like
to take. I'm not putting the armor back on.
yeah, no,
just
but
to
like
take-
remember it's 6 seconds, right? So you can't unrobe in like 6 seconds because you have to.
Oh, I can't.
You have to like, do the buttons and do everything. So you have to take off your shoes and you have to take off your pants and you have to, so it's just like. But
No
yeah,
spells. No spells then. Okay.
you got spells.
She's got no verbal.
Oh yeah, no verbal, but other spells that don't require verbal.
Just whack her real hard with your sword.
Whack-a-mole. Who got a 1?
I don't think I ever used spells, but now
I-
that I can't, I feel so.
I got a 1 on my first roll, but as a barb, I have advantage on initiative rolls.
And a Bob, you get initiative for their bonuses. Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Okay, cool, nice. So let me roll for Ellison. You can tell that the lords aren't going to engage, but if you try and like persuade them or get them on your side, they might help you. Heads up on that.
Are we blood sport for them? Is this entertainment?
I mean, this is a dispute between to them like lesser beings, right? So they're above this. But if you just like help us, blah blah blah, then they might like help you.
Yes.
He's so happy.
I don't
disgust
remember
me.
the last time I wanted to punch an enemy this badly.
So yeah, Ellison just turns around briskly and says like, "You stupid, steely bitch!" And like, you see like a weapon, like a manifest, like a cane manifest in his hand. And at the top of the round, it's Kieran. He's about 15 feet away from you.
Oh yeah. I am so going to enjoy this, Alasan. And I would like to rage.
You do so.
And this is a little bit of a different, it's less of the sort of just calm storm that he normally is. It's more of a, I'm gonna enjoy this rage.
Nice.
And I sort of do I get my maul for this?
You got your
Okay,
you
cool.
have your
Got
weapons
my
with you.
Yeah, kind of had my maul. Fantasy RPG style on my back, right?
Yeah, just
and I sort of pull it out, and I'm gonna run up to it, and I'm going to rage maul, reckless attack, great weapon master, him. It's 21 to hit.
21 to hit. That hits.
Okay. That is going to be 22 bludgeoning damage and 11 necrotic damage. And then I'm
Okay.
going to hit him
Is
again.
your weapon magical?
Yes, it's
Okay.
+1. And then one more swing. 21 again.
That hits, yeah.
Okay, just 28 points of bludgeoning damage this time.
Okay, nice. And then there's 28. Nice.
Yep.
Nice. And he's like, ugh! You stupid fool!
Oh. Oh, we'll see who's stupid after this. And that's my turn.
He just looks at you and just says, "Oh, you should." Oh, wait, hold on. Yeah. So, you take from the first hit, you take half of the 33, as it just like cascades back onto you as necrotic
Oh.
damage, and then you take half of the 28 as necrotic damage.
Oh, awkward. Ouch.
As you see this like film kind of coat over it, and it just kind of like clicks his fingers and like just kind of like washes over you, and he almost becomes like liquid as well, but then he like forms back up into his shape as like this necrotic shroud comes over you, and it's just like, oh, you have no idea who I am, do you? And he's going to use his legendary action to make an attack.
Oh, son of a bitch.
See, I think he. See, you get
Action.
one. What was that?
Nothing. Good.
So he's gonna make one. Yeah, so I think his hand just comes up, and we see this like black, like jagged claws, like his fingernails like extend to points, and it's like slashes across you. Yeah. 24. Give me
Yeah,
a
that's gonna
DC 18. Constitution saving throw will be paralyzed for 1 minute.
Oh God. Constitution. All right. Let me
If
just
you're within
check.
10 feet of me, you have a +3 to your save.
He's not. He's 15 feet
I've
away.
done that, yeah. One
Yeah.
sec. This is slashing damage, so I'm gonna take half damage from the slash.
You take half of that, yeah.
So that's another 6 points of damage.
Yeah.
Um,
Then a con save, which I believe. Oh wait, hold on. You do that again, because he has advantage because you're reckless attacked.
yeah.
But he
that's
might
true.
get like. No, okay, he doesn't get a crit. Okay, cool.
Same damage. All right. Constitution. It's a 25.
You pass, yeah.
And
So
I'm
he-
just like, this is gonna hurt you a lot more than it's gonna hurt me.
Yeah, he looks at you and it's just like, oh, I see. They
I think the smoke is like increasing at this point, coming off me as well.
It has.
And I've got that demon face going as well.
Yeah, he just says, they trained you well. And then at the end of that turn, it is Ellie's turn.
Oh, is Sally living for this moment? She pulls out her bow and she reaches behind to her quiver and she feels around and pulls out a beautiful green arrow. Nothing like her others. She pulls it back and says, Alison, you son of a bitch, have the wild hunt after you. And she looses the arrow, and he has to make a DC 17 con save.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's still an attack, by the way.
Oh, it's still an attack?
Yeah, you still have to hit, and then you have to make the save.
Ah, okay.
So it's still like
So I'm going
it's a
to
hit roll.
Ooh, so I'm going to use my critical hit on this.
Nice.
So I'm going to roll a regular to hit arrow, right?
Yeah. But you get a crit, right? So do the damage that it says in there. So you can just double that.
Oh, I didn't even need to, but I'm going to double it, so it'll be 22. And
Don't
then...
forget attack.
Was it con save, right?
Oh, yeah, and I do get sneak attack damage because Chiron is right there. So that's my sneak attack damage, and then this is my 10d10 damage. So
Nice.
56, 28, and 22.
Nice. So it's gonna take half because your weapon isn't magical, but the arrow is, right?
Real
So-
quick, did you double the sneak attack dice?
No, you didn't roll it again.
Yeah, because sneak attack dice count as a crit roll.
So
you
do I
get to
roll
double
it?
those.
Do you want me just to multiply that or roll it again?
You can roll it again. There you go.
Not a bad attack.
Nice. So it takes half of the like. Takes half. Well, actually, it's a magical arrow, so he wouldn't, I
Yeah.
guess. Nice. Oops, shit. Did
What
not
is?
mean to
I'm
do that.
calculating it now because this is the most damage I've ever done in D&D. I'm living for this.
Scan was taken away manually, so don't worry.
What is it? 128 damage or something? I don't know.
28.
128. Just casually 128. That's probably as high as the damage I'll ever get. So.
I mean, it's still pretty good, you know. Let's see here, and then the bloody 22 because you got that, you doubled that, and then the 10d10, that as well. So, 56. Yeah, so you do that, and like as you pull it back, as you pull this like green like bone arrow out, it has all these like runic symbols. You see both of the Lord of Summer and Lord of Winter like eyes go wide. As you pull it back, you just hear the whisper, a whisper in your ear, Sally, that just says, "Strike your prey true, may your hunt be fruitful." And as it like shoots through the air, everyone just hears this as it splits and splinters into these running green wolf like alpha wolf wolves, and they all just like hit him one by one, and like they hit into his chest, and it's like no, and like you just see this like irradiation come up, and you all see this like green light shoot up into the ballroom from the outside, and then it kind of dissipates, like something has just been activated with the casting of this bow. Do you do
Cast a
anything
spell?
else?
Well, that was only one action, so
Mhm.
I mean, I can as a bonus action.
You still get
also...
two. You still get 2 attacks, remember?
Oh yeah, I do. So
You get 2
I'm just
attacks.
gonna loose another arrow. Does a 14 hit?
No.
Wait.
Alright, so-
I can add to that. It doesn't say it's required verbal because it's channeled divinity, war god's blessing. I add a +10 to that roll.
Nice. So you go up, and the arrow goes to strike true, and he sees you because he Ellison staring at you, and he just like, ugh, and like the shield pops up. It's like purple, like as he puts his hand up, these like cascading purple chains of like black energy like float around him, and it like ricochets off as he casts shield. Actually, no, he can't do that because he used his reaction, so it does hit. He used his reaction to bounce the damage back onto Kieran.
Oh, okay, that was a reaction. Thank God.
Yeah, that was his reaction.
You know what would have been real awkward if Sayeli's like damage had reflected back on me?
128 damage reflected. No, it's
I'd
just
still
not.
be alive. I'd still be alive, but it wouldn't hurt.
I know, right? God.
So that's what. And then as a bonus, nope, that's all she's gonna do. She's good. She's good after that. After the second arrow reflects, she goes, maybe I shouldn't. But actually, wait. Hold on.
Your second arrow didn't reflect. You hit him.
Oh, I did hit him for that 9?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Hey, him.
I think I can. No. That is all I can do for right now.
Okay. At the top of at the end of your turn, he's going to use his third legendary action, and he's going to swipe at you again. Kieran, get out of my way! And he's going to claw. 22. Give me another
Alright,
con
then it's
save.
save. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. 13. However, I am going to use my reaction. Um, should have. Let me double check. Divine. Fanatical focus. I can. If you fail a saving throw while you're raging, you can re-roll it, and you must use a new roll. And I can use this once per rage, so I'm gonna use that.
Mm-hmm.
Re-roll it.
Good choice.
Come on. Son of a +9. Come on.
Ooh.
All right, so I'm paralyzed, I guess.
Nice. So as you're paralyzed, you feel the rigid, like your hands like biting into the maw as your muscles seize up. Neil, it's your turn.
Paralyzed?
Yeah, it's paralyzed. You see him like freeze and stop.
Okay. Is it possible for me to? I want to go over there, so I end up next to, if possible, both Sally and Kieran. On my way, is there like a platter with the fingers on it that I could grab?
Yeah, you're right next to them.
Because I have a protection thing, but in order to use it, I need to have my shield. Would I be able to use a platter in the same way that
You have your shield, like you have your weapons and stuff.
Oh, I do?
Yeah,
I have
yeah,
my
yeah.
shield?
Yeah, you have your like weapons and shields and stuff.
Can I
right?
use the platter instead, just for fun?
Yeah, sure. You like, tip it over, the fingers go flying.
Well, no, I want to politely, like, I don't really like these fingers, but I'll clean it up in a minute. Sorry. And I'll go over to them. All right, so I'm next to them.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's paralyzed. I think I have a thing here. Cleansing touch. I can end one spell on myself or a willing creature that I touch. Does this count as a spell?
No, it's not a spell. It's a second condition. It's like a contact condition because it was closed.
Okay.
I think paralyzed is only like greater restoration, right? I think.
I believe so.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a bummer. All right. Well, I'll give him a stone skin, so that way he's resistant to. Well, is this thing doing magic would I know? Is it doing magic damage?
You saw this like greenish like film come off of him and attack Neil. So
So it is magic.
yeah.
Well, I could protect him and I can put him in
Kieran,
out of Luke's resilient sphere, so the thing can't hurt him until I can turn it off.
Oh no,
once he's-
lesser restoration does pair.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'll cast lesser restoration. Thank you. So I'll cast that on Kieran. So I go over there holding the platter. I cast lesser restoration on Kieran, and like they're fighting in slow motion. So like I see Kieran like snap out of his paralyzation. I see Sayeli in her red dress like stabbing the crap out of this guy. I'm just gonna kind of like smile and look at Seraphina and be like,
Yeah, these two might be fucking insane, but they're powerful killers.
no, just my character's just having a great time.
We're
and
good
it's
at
nice.
one thing and one thing only, and that is killing people.
Just like I'm like swollen with pride. That's what Seraphina sees.
Nice.
That's it for me.
Okay, so at the end of your turn, he's gonna use his last legendary action to swipe at you, Neil. Ah, you stupid, inept fool. 13 damage on you. Roll me a con save and a concentration check as well.
All right, let's see. 13 damage. So I'm at 84. And then I need a what kind of save?
Con. Constitution. Fail, so you're paralyzed. And a concentration check to see if the stone skin stays.
Concentration check.
I don't think he ended up doing.
I didn't do.
Oh, you
stone
don't
skin,
do?
I
Okay,
left
sorry.
concentration.
All right, okay, cool. So yeah, you freeze up, and yeah, And if your turn, Serafina.
Okay. So just to confirm, we did not rest from our last battle, right?
Nope.
Damn it. Okay. Okay. So I am going to. How far away is he from me?
15.
Okay. I'm gonna rush forward, and I'm going to hit him with my magic, sort of wounding.
Okay.
Okay. And here we go. Wait. I'm going to use my channel divinity to add a 10 to that with guided strike.
Then I hits you.
All right. Yes. And okay. Yeah. So I'm going to hit him and I've already built in the plus 2d8 divine strike. So it'll do 18 slashing and he can't heal that 18 magical restoration means. He has to wait until he's sleepy. And with that attack, I'm going to try and trip him.
Okay.
So yeah. So he has to make a, sorry, this is really small, strength saving throw.
20.
Okay.
You go to trip him, but he's like, he just moves his leg. Ah. As if you were to give him a kiss, I'd let you do the contact.
Anyways, whatever. I hate him. I'm going to attack him again with my extra attack. So take that. Here we go.
Fail.
Oh.
You miss.
Wait,
You
no,
not
I
hit.
can re-roll that. I get a re-roll. Nope, just damage. Never mind. That's my roll. Yep. Yeah, that's what I rolled. So tell me what happens. What terrible things befall my loved ones.
So as you go to like swing, you go to swing, and nothing really happens.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's not bad.
I don't really do fumble stuff.
Okay. As long as I don't like hit anyone.
No, and that's fine.
And then why does my chart say titty? Oh, it says plus 1d4, but it looks like titty.
My titty power.
Wow.
I was like, what is this secret power I know of?
Your she has been stolen by a 14-year-old boy. Or just you.
Yeah, just me. I'm going to use War Priest and I'm going to attack him again.
Okay.
I'm really mad. I want to hit him. And I always go last. It makes me really bummed.
Aww.
Yeah.
That hits, yeah.
Fuck yeah. Hello. Okay, I'm also going to try and trip him with it. So, yeah. How about that? And that'll be that much damage.
12.
Yeah, he fails. He trips.
Oh!
Now he's prone.
Yeah. Is that what you do?
Or he's supine. I don't know. Whichever one is when you're on your back. I don't know.
Prone.
Yeah, he's on his back.
Okay, is that your turn?
Can I spit? Is that a bonus action?
That's a free action, that's fine.
Yeah, I spit on him.
You
In
spit
his
on
mouth.
him. His mouth's not open, no. Don't push it.
Whoa.
My one weakness! How did you know?
I'm melting.
That's my turn.
Yeah, so as he does, he's like, you bitch. You know I never liked you. Ever. And you and your twisted little friend over here. Well, I hope you enjoyed your little sun while it lasted. Looks towards you, Neil. Die.
Oh no.
He casts Power Word Kill. You utter a word of power that can compel one creature you can see within range to die instantly. If the creature you choose has 100 hit points or fewer, it dies. Otherwise, the spell has no effect.
Oh no.
What kind of save is it?
No save.
Not a save.
How much hit points do you have?
I have 84.
Then you die. There is no save to this.
What is this? I think it's a
I have
ninth?
raised dead.
It's a ninth. It's a ninth level spell.
I can bring you back. Don't worry, baby. I can bring you back.
So it's not death saves. It's just dead.
Yeah. This isn't Finger of Death. This is Power Word Kill.
This is a rough spell.
It is one of the most powerful punch in the dick spells ever.
Okay. I'm paralyzed, right? Now I
You're
have
dead.
No, you die. No, you die.
No, you're dead.
You're dead.
You're
Right.
straight dead.
And
He pointed at you and you
and since you're
died.
paralyzed, you can't do any spells or anything.
no reaction.
No reaction.
All
So
right.
you just die. So
I just died.
you just die. So you see in front of you, Neil, like his rigid body, and then you see these you see this snake come out of the ground, this black chain wrap around his body and choke him around the neck. You see Neil's veins pulsate, and then they start pulsating this like sickly purple hue before you just hear this like as his neck snaps and he falls down. And then Edison just goes I hope you enjoyed
Can
that.
I get a maternal reaction?
What did you do?
Mom reaction.
It's a
You
weird.
know how like sometimes moms can lift cars when their babies are trapped under them?
Yeah,
Can I do that?
you do, but nothing happened. As there's no car in sight.
Went just a strip butt ass
If
snake.
there only there was a car.
In horror, she goes, "Oh no!" and rips off her clothes and cry out in pain.
Nice, I love it. And then let's see here. And I think that's its turn. That's his turn. He's just going to see here. Yeah, that's his turn. It's just like soon you'll learn our little game. And then Kieran, it's your turn.
Oh boy, Kieran is mad. Because only Kieran gets to punch Neil, right?
My Neil.
Only I get to punch Neil.
It's our boy.
And Kieran's just like, that was a big mistake. And Kieran is going to yell and use his bonus action to use his zealous presence. Up to 10
Oh, he stands up,
creatures-
by the way. Sorry, I forgot to
Okay,
mention
I was
that.
about to say, that was something I was going to ask.
Yeah,
in a
I forgot to mention that. Sorry.
So up to 10 creatures of my choice within 60 feet of me that hear me have advantage on attack rolls and saving throws until the start of my next turn.
Nice.
I promise I'll use this to full advantage this time.
I used it at a bad time last time. But
Yeah, no one used it.
So
That's funny.
Seraphina and Sally, you have advantage on attack rolls and saving throws for the moment.
I'm ready.
And then I'm going to move up to, well, not really move up because he's right there, but
Yeah, you're
I'm
right
going to
next to him.
take 2 raging great weapon master swings at this guy.
Go for it.
Reckless for that advantage. Nat 20.
Nice. That hits.
That is, oh god, that's a lot of damage. Was that 26 plus 9 slashing damage? So 35 slashing and 15 necrotic.
Nice. You see the necrotic, and he's just
Oh, I
like,
forgot. He has to take necrotic damage on his turn from my attack.
1d4.
right. Run me
2d4.
your d4s.
He takes it for each time he got hit.
You see the necrotic hit him and not like do as much damage as you think.
Okay.
Okay, so he takes
Oh, okay,
1
then.
damage from that.
Okay. And then I'm going to hit him again. Nat 20!
An animal.
Oh, you did it!
Wow.
Nobody hurts
Nice.
our Neil. He's our Neil to hurt. No one else
Neil's ghost, Kieran, is like behind you, like with his arms like under your arms, like pressed against your
That
chest.
boy.
Yeah, and he's like
Oh.
coming.
Wow.
That is 49 points of bludgeoning damage.
Nice. How'd you do it?
Oh, I go up to him and I just like I am just mad and pissed and I'm just like big fucking mistake. And my first hit like knocks him to the ground, I think. And then the second one is like, you know when someone lines up for like the strength test at a fair and you hit the bell and
Yeah.
so I just do that, but I do it to his face.
So
I'm just like-
I think as you swing, he just looks at you and goes, "This isn't over," and then you like swing down.
Yes, it is. Boom.
Crush his oh, I'm living for it.
So this is
God-
what happens. You go, boom! It ricochets, and you hear the sounds through the ballroom, and you smash his head clean off. And then you see his body melt, change into this blob. Before his skin and his clothes turn white. And he becomes a pile of snow and slushes on the ground.
Oh, someone needs to do something about Neil.
If combat's over, I immediately disrobe and run over to Neil.
Why do you disrobe?
Because I have to speak to do spells.
This robing's gonna take you a minute.
That's
Well,
fine,
she's getting-
I have 10 days to raise him from the dead, so I
Mhm.
can take a minute.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Yeah.
We all will wait to let her get butt ass naked.
I'm wearing a bra and underwear.
Butt ass naked.
So as this minute's going by now, roll me free death saves. Disadvantage.
Death saves.
Disadvantage.
This is a straight D20 roller.
It should be on your character sheet. You just roll it on there.
It's on the sheet.
Yeah, there's a death save button under your temporary hit points next to your hit dice. You can click the death save. There you go.
Oh, I
One
see. Okay,
disadvantage. So yeah, you
So I
didn't do it.
Oh, this is me. I was just
Yeah, yeah.
If there's a disadvantage button you can press.
No, it doesn't
Wait.
work. So that's one.
So I
That's
got
one
it.
failure.
Two. That's the
Oof.
first one. So I failed one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
That's
Two.
two. That's
Oh,
two
you
death
got
saves.
two.
So you died.
So
Sorry.
you see this as you're trying to frantically take off your shoes and it's like these fucking shoes. They looked good in the store. And yeah, and you're trying to take it off, and everyone's coming around Neil. You see Neil's body start to melt.
No.
His body starts to melt, disappear, and turn to snow.
No.
And then there is just this white puddle of snow
Snow.
against, snow against Elison's white puddle of snow.
They melted?
Sally turns to the Lord of Summer and screams out, "Do something! Somebody do something!" She turns her head to the Lady of Winter. Like, you let him into this orchard. You let him destroy the Feywild. Save Neil!
Why?
Sally's entire body goes rigid and she looks. Because he is all that is good. Without good and evil to balance, there is no whimsy, there is no anything, there is only chaos. You need good, you need evil to have the lands in which you live. And Neil is the personification of good. You must save him.
Then go to him.
Where is he?
You already know. And that's where we'll take our break. This is where we're gonna take our break, and we will be right back to see what the fuck that means, what's happening to Neil, apparently the personification of good, and the feelings being had. See you then. Hey everyone, we're just over here laughing like psychos in a really sad moment.
Talking about death.
Talking about death and laughing. Laughing. Um, yeah, so as this is happening, what do you guys do? Neil has turned into a pile of snow, same as Ellison. On the ground. What do you do?
And the last thing was the Lady of Winter said, "Where do you think he went?"
Yeah, and she says, you already know where he is.
Has this happened before? Have we been through this timeline, this play, and Neil dies?
As I said when we met, I've seen you before.
So we've done this before. Fuck. Snow, do we have to go back to your lands? Is that where he went? Where his dreams died? Is that where Neil is?
I don't know. You just come to me. Sometimes.
Can you take us back?
I'm
Lord of Summer, is there a way back to the Winterlands? Here.
Of course, you just have to go past the lands of autumn.
Can we not use the portal that we used to get here originally?
No, I closed that when I came through.
Well, can you open it?
No.
Tone.
Sally stands up and like puts her hands towards Seraphina so she doesn't get like shot at by the Lady of Winter.
Are you touching my naked body?
Hand right onto titty. 1d4 titty damage.
This is a Christian game?
It's a Christian ball. Leave room for
Titties
Jesus.
are Christian. Titties are Christian.
So leave room for Jesus.
I'm sorry. I have a bit of a cough. I'm dizzy now. Hold on. I
Oh
need a
my
minute.
gosh, Neil, he changed his name to Pile of Snow.
Oh, that's funny.
No.
I'm walking through the air.
Does that mean Ellison is there as well? Because he turned into snow as well.
Who are you directing this at?
I'm sorry?
Who are you directing that comment to?
The Lady of Winter.
This is the first time I've seen this happen.
Sally looks to the king, the Lord of Summer, and goes, "We were tasked to bring true whimsy, to bring your true power back. But in this moment, we must leave the ball and return our friend."
He will just find his way back here. You made a point before about the orchards. I wish them gone. So you should get rid of them. They're from your world. You should take them back.
Sally drops her alter self and returns back into her armored, black-haired rogue appearance. And she looks at him with her bow in hand. "As you wish, my lord." And she turns and walks out of this fucking room. She's leaving. Bye, bitches. Fuck this shit. She turns around and leaves. She's mad.
Lady of Gardens just like waves at you.
Love you, Bae. I'll be back. Turn my skin into a garden.
We'll get rid of your orchards if that's what gets us home. But our first priority will be to get our friend back.
If you head the way you came to come to my gala, you'll be in a forest of apple trees. Go deeper into that wood and you'll be in the orchard of the Summerlands.
Got it. And Kieran leaves. But I think he does bow to the Lady of Winter. Milady. And then he
Run me a
heads-
persuasion check.
Ooh, okay. Alright, persuasion. That's actually not been terrible for me today, but I have a feeling.
Man, that one.
Oh, man.
Damn it. God, I need to
I
Don't-
can't roll strength.
talk to Eric and get me them cheat codes again. Vulgaris!
No, you just have to make you just have to make it a persuasion based on strength. And then
That's true. Wisdom. Yeah. So she you give her a bow. She looks at you and like kind of cocks her head as a kind of like a, it's like head bow, acknowledging you. You hear gasps in the room.
I'm gonna walk up to the Lord of Summer.
Scott naked. Yeah.
I'm not naked. I have a bra and my underwear on. And I'm gonna hold up my hand that has the insignia on it, the secret one that I got from the door, right?
Mhm.
I'm gonna hold it up.
Looks at you.
Get me to the Winterlands now, and I will be in your service all that much sooner. But I will not come to you until Neil is back.
That was not part of the deal.
The deal was that you could have me when my duty to the three present was fulfilled. My duty to Neil is to bring him back. I'm not going to go back or try and wiggle my way out of this. But the sooner I bring Neil back, the sooner I can get rid of the orchard.
He
Please.
like bows down to you and his face is extremely hot,
Ooh,
coming straight towards you.
sweat.
Oh, Lord of Summer. And he just looks at you and just goes, his eyes burning quite brightly. Do not try and wordplay out of your deal.
I'm not. But I can come into your court sooner if you help me get Neil back. Who knows what could happen to me if I have to traverse through your lands and the Autumn lands? Open a portal directly into the land of winter. Make my trip that much easier.
Your duty to them can mean many things, and I too, when he gets closer, can interpret that meaning. He kind of moves away. You'll find him in the burning wood.
Thank you. And I'll head out the door as well.
Hey, I'm sorry, but out of character, can I just have a moment to say, hey, I'm sorry, what did you do?
Oh yeah, I work for the Lord of Summer now, but don't worry. It's
Is
after
that-
we.
Oh, that's after our long-standing campaign. When is that what happened when I took my headphones? This is why I don't take my headphones off for people. This is the last time I take my headphones. This is the last time I trust you for secret words.
Just all the secret words.
Don't worry, we'll get Neil back.
So yeah, you all leave. You're outside, and as you leave, the doors just close behind you.
We'll find Neil in the burning winter. He's not in the
Burning
land of
wood.
winter. What burning wood? The burning winter. It's when the snow melts.
It's called spring.
We'll find Neil in the burning wood.
Sally's arms are crossed and she looks at Serafina and she's like, we need to find a room in this castle to sleep for the night before we go to find Neil. I don't want to wait, but we have to wait. You need to prepare yourself. You need to have your strength. I need my full health. Kieran needs his full strength as well if
I'm
he's going to
bleeding
beat
a
any.
lot.
Say if he wants to beat any more faces in, we will need to sleep for the night.
Do we have to sleep here? Can we sleep outside in the tent?
Do you outside in the tent where the demon faces are and
But Neil's the only one who had a tent.
Well, the tent broke up like campaign 2. So day 2, so I think we're okay. I guess.
Riddlestan did not come with you.
Oh, Riddleston.
And the doors closed.
Ah, we forgot Riddleston.
I don't think we need him anymore. I think we forge our own path from now on.
we're no longer in this endless cycle.
Well, I mean, we don't know that.
If she hasn't seen this one yet, I'm sure it is new. We've done something new. We've let Neil die.
Well, I'm fine with just like propping up by the gate and sleeping there.
I don't want to sleep in here. Also, we
I mean,
don't know where the rooms are, so we would have to like wander around and open doors and that.
As I'm saying, I'll just throw my bedroll down by the gate outside and just
It's gonna squat.
squat up there.
We could
wanna
sleep
get-
in the gardens.
The meat gardens?
Sally kind of like her face is turned a little red, and she's like, "You know, there was a lot of work that was put into those gardens, Seraphina.
into the meat, into the flesh. Shrubbery.
There was a lot of work put into those gardens, and she did not mean that. And once we return the orchard to normal,
Wait, I'm sorry. Hold on. She? Who is she? Kieran? Who is she?
I think it was that vine lady that she was dancing with.
What vine lady?
You didn't see her.
She was
real
Vine.
she was fine. Once we return the gardens to normal, you will know her very well, apparently, because you are living in the Summerlands.
Oh, you don't know that, girl?
Yeah, we don't know that. We left.
Jealous much that I'm gonna get to know the gardener really well?
Don't you dare! Don't you touch my girlfriend!
All right, let's go sleep. Let's go sleep in the incredibly detailed and well thought out flesh shrubs.
Look, is it really the worst place we've slept so far?
I think yes, but perhaps that's up for interpretation.
I'm taking
I mean,
a
we
baby.
literally had to sleep on top of like glass snow that if it cut you would like destroy your dreams.
I don't think I was there for that.
I don't remember that.
Luckily or unluckily, only Neil was the only one.
All right, let's get some rest, and then immediately we will head out.
First light
Burning wood.
or whatever works, however that works here.
It's when you rise.
Yep.
So you guys go sleep. You go squat in the
Squat.
in the royal gardens.
Yep.
There's like people who have like the bird cages walking around. You're just like, okay, get my bedroll out. Smooth down this grass. I love it.
Like not giving a fuck.
Jesus.
I'm just bleeding all over my neck. Well, here's the thing. I'm bleeding, but at the same time, I'm very clean because I'm still in my suit and my mask.
It keeps you from staining while you sleep.
Yeah. So, yeah, Seraphina is just walking around in her underwear. And, yeah, you guys go for a rest. Do you do anything in the night?
Yeah, well, before we rest, I'm going to cast Guardian of Faith, who's a large spectral guardian, appears and hovers for 8 hours in an unoccupied space of your choice. So he will be protecting us while we sleep. He looks like Neil.
It'd be real aggro if one of these like fey creatures tried to walk past it and he aggroed on it.
And he's just like,
When this like comes forward and starts back trying to kite it, like,
we wake up
Tom
to
and
a-
Jerry moment.
wake up
Jesus.
to a bunch of dead little faceless babies just everywhere.
I think he'll only be activated if they approach us with hostile intent. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I
So
cannot-
no one is anyone keeping watch?
no, I think that I'm comfortable with the guardian keeping watch. I say that, and I know I'm gonna regret it because Josh is asking that question.
Kieran's fucking exhausted, man. He's
Yeah.
taken.
I
Quite
think
the-
like we need the full 8 hours.
No, long rest is 8 hours.
Yeah.
Oh, you can have a short rest.
No, that's what I'm saying. I think we need to like
All right, I see
sleep
what
for
you're
the
saying.
full 8 hours. So
'Cause I
Yeah,
also
I need
think like technically we haven't slept in like a long time.
yeah.
A few
Yeah.
days. It's been a few days.
So my guardian will protect us.
And Kieran's taken a beating. Like since the last rest, I think he's taken over like 200 points of damage.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So he is dead tired. He's coming down from a rage too.
Okay.
So
Looks like
Kieran's
we-
probably not. Unless someone else says something or specifically wakes him up for something, he's not going to.
No, I think the guardian's enough because we'll wake up if he attacks anyone.
Cool. I mean,
Yeah.
Okay, so you will go for a nice sleep.
Yeah.
You'll sleep
you wake up.
soundly. You just don't wake up. You sleep soundly. You rest. And you rest.
Do I wake up?
Clearly. In your dreams, you see yourself chained to a wall. You're naked completely. You have a neck brace on. You have arm and leg manacles. And you're younger than you are. And you're kind of seeing this through a third person, like you're watching yourself. And you hear chanting. And we see a room we've seen before, but now lit with elegant sconces. Green flame erupts. And just like the image in the room in the black tunnel, we see blood pouring down from a funnel. And we see you in your pale white skin, your full soul appearance, and this burning hot red liquid scalding your skin. We can't hear you screaming, but we see you moving and jostling. We should see the steam come from you. And as the blood seeps over your flesh, we see the white clear off and drain away as a darker tone, darker hair, different eyes take forward. And we see figures robed and masked against those you normally see in the Brotherhood. And one of them turns to the masked individual and just says, "Are you sure, Master, that this will be accurate, that you can use this one?" Yes. Yes. It will be of use. Or it will die. But don't worry. I foresee many deaths that this one will commit to the Brotherhood. And we just see you not paying attention to this, screaming in the room, but you're fully lucid as you're seeing this as an outside perspective. And we see this masked individual say, someone you know, generally, in the Brotherhood, "Oh, don't worry. Everything will be going according to plan. Send her off. Give her the names. Don't pursue." What do you mean? Oh, you'll know when it happens. You won't see me again. Yes, my lord. And the figure walks off into the shadows and seems to just disappear. As the figure comes over to you, as you're just shaking in this blood ritual shower room. Kind of like cocks up your face harshly and like slaps you across the face. Spits on you. You look disgusting. But it will do. And then you wake up. As it's daytime, or whatever it is in the Feywild.
Woo! It's morning! Sweet dreams wakes up. Feeling great, guys. Time for my morning jog. Where's my chai latte?
Yeah, you know, basically.
No, Sally wakes up like just covered in sweat, and she's like tears are just pouring down her face, and she's like, "Good morning, everyone."
Are you like actively crying?
There's you know that feeling. I don't know if anyone else has like sad mares when they wake up sobbing, but I do frequently. So you just wake up and tears just pouring in your face. Good morning, everyone.
Sally, are you all right?
You know, maybe sleeping in a garden of flesh was not the best for my psyche, but I'm okay. Let's nothing to worry about.
All right, if you say so. Kieran, have you arisen?
Yeah, Kieran comes from. Kieran's actually been up for a couple minutes. He went to like behind one of the weird flesh hedges or whatnot, and he's changed back into his armor at this point. His half plate, he's taking off his suit and his mask. Yep, I'm ready. Let's go.
I've also put my armor on, just so that's stated.
He's like, let's go get Neil.
Do you know how to get to the burning wood?
Nope.
I mean, we were there once. Do we remember? Is it the same place? The place with all the ash and stuff?
Okay.
If we remember, it was, and she points in the direction that she's like, we came
Well,
from that direction.
He had said to Kieran go through the orchard, but then we would be in the lands of autumn, right? So we don't want to go
No.
that way.
So when you guys first came here for the portal, remember you guys went past a bunch of trees. That's where Sally was having those weird music things. Yeah, hallucinations and stuff. And then you guys went past the trees to go to the castle. So
He said go back the way we came, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
basically.
Okay. Just back the way we came.
Okay. Let's do that.
Okay, and as you're going out, Sayala, you see the woman there. She's like off past a few hedges, but she seems to you see the number of like animated hedges. They have this like clump of just like flesh, and they're sticking it up, and you see her like doing stuff with like clippers, and you see that it's taking form but not like fully finished yet, of like what looks to be like two dancers, but it's sort of like kind of like blotchy in places.
I don't think. I mean, she was there for the fight, so I guess you would have seen her turn back to normal. She just kind of like looks and kind of like blushes a little bit. She's like, "We gotta go, guys. We gotta go. We gotta go."
So romantic.
All
Oh my
right.
god.
Oh my god, it's us dancing, guys. We gotta go.
When the heads twitch, like it's still
Or
alive.
rip off my flesh, baby. Just fucking rip off all my flesh for me, Dart. I know Sally's the sickest masochist ever. A life of torture. She's like, just rip off all of my flesh.
Do it.
Let's go.
So you guys travel on, you move forward and you go past the trees, and as you go past the trees, at certain point, Sally, once again you hear just music. Once again, like echoing in a direction, only you can hear it. Then once you get to a certain point, it gets the loudest and it's overbearing. Do you choose?
It's in the orchard again.
It's in the trees, so basically like the beginning of the orchards. Once you get to like a certain point, as you're like traveling through, it gets like the loudest and like the most centered directional. It gets kind of like painful.
Hey, Sally,
Hmm.
you have fire, right? I think it's time we set. I think it's time we set this orchard on fire. Let it join the burning forest.
Sally is like clutching like her like head like this a little bit, and she kind of rubs and she goes, I can't focus in the orchard. The sounds are, it's too loud in here.
Have you tried like earplugs? Wad up some cotton, put it in there.
I'm not entirely certain, Kieran, that it's coming from the outside anymore.
Okay. Well, we did kind of agree to destroy the orchards.
Dig a hole into a tree, Kieran. You're strong. Dig a hole and show me some roots. I will try to burn them.
So you want me to dig a hole in like the ground to find some roots?
By a tree, expose some of the deeper roots of a tree, and let's see if we can burn it.
I don't really know if I have anything that's meant for digging.
You're strong. Use your hands. And she, like,
Okay.
Magic shovel.
I'll try to like tenderize the ground. Like, well, no, that would just pack the ground in more if I hit it with my maul. I'll use a dagger. I've got a dagger. I'll use that to like chip away at the ground and then try to dig a hole, I guess.
Okay, yeah, you dig a hole. It's gonna take you a bit with a dagger.
Yeah.
Because it's a dagger.
Yeah.
So you're
That's all I
digging.
got.
You're digging
That's
for
what-
like 10 minutes, 20 minutes, and then everyone roll a perception check, apart from Kyron, because he's digging.
'Cause we all know I would fail anyway.
19, not advantage. So you see this figure coming up towards you. Sayeli and Serafina. It's wearing this like mask. It's carrying like a sack of apples, and like it sees what Kyron's doing. It's just like walking up to it. It's about 6 foot. It's wearing like these like fancied robes. Has like just this mask on, and it's just like dragging these like apples on the ground. It's just like moving its way towards Kyron.
You there. Halt.
Kieran stops digging.
Sally looks at the man with the apples, and she, in response, walks over to Kieran and tells him to move.
Kieran moves. He's like,
And
okay.
She casts a firebolt at the lowest part of the tree that she can see, and sees.
Okay. Do you just like stand by the tree and just like cast it?
She like looks at this guy who's walking towards and walks over to Kieran, like says move, and then like just like blasts flame into the tree.
Okay. Yeah, you blast the flame into the tree, and as you like blast the flame into the tree, it just kind of hits it and like sparks the root, and like nothing happens, and then like you see the root kind of like move. And like kind of like whip up in the air and like go to slap you in the face. Oh shit! Hold on. Every
Fucking
time
magic trees.
14's a miss. Like just a big root just comes up and is like,
Who's it hitting?
It aimed at me, but I missed.
Yeah, you.
Okay.
The fire has
Yeah.
fire had no effect on it.
So yeah, Sally like dodges out and goes, "Magic trees, we don't fuck with it." And she keeps looking at the man with apples.
It's like as soon as like you stopped with it, he like stopped walking. Then it's just like standing like 30 feet away, just like staring at you.
State your business.
Doesn't speak.
Serafina,
Yes?
I believe that the orchard has something to do with the Brotherhood. If it wasn't clear already.
All right.
I don't know if that person is real or not, but I think we should keep going.
Yeah, let's get Neil first. Maybe he might be able to do more about these stupid magic trees.
All right.
By the way,
Is the man who could possibly be fake? Is he in our way if we were to walk?
No, he was like walking. He was like deeper in the wood. He's like
Okay.
making his way towards you. You guys are on like the outskirts of it. But like as soon as like say they stopped like fucking with it, like the figure and it's wearing like this like porcelain like theater mask. But he just like stopped.
I don't like it.
All right, let's continue forward.
Maybe Neil will help us figure this out. He knows magic stuff, right?
He knows so much about magic stuff. He just doesn't know how to use any of it.
Shouldn't speak.
By
into
the way,
dead.
I've been meaning to ask Serafina. You showed me that symbol yesterday. What did Elisand have to do with Ferris Dune?
Symbol?
Yeah, I'll show her the book, the symbol.
Okay. You do so. Let me bring it back up.
But the eye. With
Agreed. Aloud. You do so.
Do I need to make any rolls for that?
Give me 1 second. Yep. So there you go. And yeah, you need to roll.
What do you want me to roll?
History or religion? Roll me a intelligence check, Serafina.
Ah,
Okay. Yeah, you basically know what I told. Serafina, and you don't know about the name or anything. But just
Things
that,
with things with chains are not for fun. Things with Tharizdun are even less fun. Well, the chained god, the chained one.
Elisand said that this was what his business was here. All he did was draw the symbol and then walk away.
Well, I can tell you that it means nothing good. It's a lot of bad, actually. It's actually really bad in general. Just a whole lot of nope in it. It's just, if that was what Elisand was working towards, then you probably need to stop him. Just saying. Or stop whoever is working, who is working with him.
Well, with any luck, he is wherever Neil is. So once we get to Neil, we can deal with him.
I think Kieran probably thinks he still killed Elisand. I'm gonna be honest, because Kieran's not like super magic heavy.
Okay, well.
What do you mean he's where Neil is?
I just mean that when you killed him, he turned into snow and melted, and then he killed Neil, and Neil turned into snow and melted. So I imagine that wherever
Son of a
their
bitch.
bodies are, safe place.
So you're saying I have to smash his face in again?
Yes,
As
but
long
I mean, won't that be enjoyable?
We can kill him 100 times more if we get out of the sounds of the orchard playing in my ears.
Yes,
I'm
let's
so-
continue
We've
forward.
been walking while doing this.
Okay.
I know, but it's like Sally is like walking with like pace. She's reached a level of like, the sounds are getting louder. It's loud. It's very loud. My head hurts.
It's like directional now, so it's like gone from the middle to like the back end, and it's like slowly becoming like an echo or like a ringing in your ear, but then it slowly dissipates. And as you guys get to the edge, you see like the hill mounds where you first saw the cave, and you also see where the portal was, but now it's gone and there's just like a pile of snow there. And like footsteps. Healed footsteps of like the snow of the winter. Lady of Winter. And you guys travel on. Yes. Yeah.
I wonder if Neil will start over once we get him.
I hope he doesn't remember much.
Perhaps he will have forgotten everything and his books will return. Sally's gonna actually open up her book. Is it still empty?
Mm-hmm. And as you guys are walking, you guys see that film of heat in front of you again. And in front of you, you just see a burned wasteland.
You know, we should have brought the Lady of Winter with us. She could have kept things cool while we're in the burning lands.
Or food or water.
You know...
Oh, but wait, because I changed up my spell book. And I have create water and create food now.
Oh, powerful.
You have to do that dance every time because I'm making you do
it. Rain!
I was...
Did you want water, Kieran?
Way back when
Jesus.
we first like started getting to the point where we were running out of water and food, I was sitting here. I was like, "Don't clerics get create water?" But
at the time, I didn't really think about changing my spell book because it wasn't.
Yeah,
I don't know. It just didn't seem worth it.
Yeah, that's why I didn't say anything at the time. I was like, "Yeah, she'll do it when she feels like it."
Now that I know the true horror of not having water.
Who knew not having water was so bad?
So I can give us water.
Do any of us know where to go in these lands, to be honest?
Here's another spell that I got. Locate creature.
So useful.
I've become very useful on our ride. Now that I fully understand the power of the cleric.
Only took you 7 episodes. And how many years of playing D&D?
So I can locate, I can find Neil.
Well, find a way then.
Let me just bring up. I haven't changed the spells in Roll20 though, because it'll obviously take more time.
Just search them and drag them. So if you search them in a thing, you can drag them onto your spell list and then click it.
Oh.
Yeah, you can drag it and it'll automatically add a spell if you can search it.
Don't worry about doing it now though. Do it like.
Okay. So
Next
I'll
time.
cast Locate Creature, which is a 4th level divination. Describe or name a creature that is familiar to you, Neil. I wonder, does it work if he's dead though?
Well, I mean, is he dead?
Read a description for me.
Describe or name a creature that is familiar to you. You sense the direction to the creature's location as long as that creature is within 1,000 feet of you. If the creature is moving, you know the direction of its movement. The spell can locate a specific creature known to you or the nearest creature of a specific kind, such as human or unicorn, so long as you have seen such a creature up close within 30 feet at least once. If the creature you described or named is in a different form, such as being under the effects of a polymorph spell, the spell doesn't locate the creature. The spell can't locate a creature if running water at least 10 feet wide blocks a direct path between you and the creature.
Doesn't work.
I can't find him.
Well, this is a big place, and I don't think distance works the same way, to be quite honest.
Everyone roll me intelligence.
Not the worst thing I could roll.
Just straight intelligence.
Mm-hmm. A check.
Yeah, not bad.
Our smarty pants asses over here.
So when the lords and ladies said to you, I can't remember which one at this point, said to you, yeah, this has happened before, and then go to the burning wood. You, Kyrin and Sayele, the only time you distinctly remember once.
Was it when we were born by the baby monster?
Mm-hmm. It's the only time where you
Oh my gosh.
truly, when you truly came from the world.
Sally like grabs Kieran and looks at him and goes, "Don't you know what this means?
What?
He was reborn by the baby creature."
Oh, God.
Oh, boy.
Not again. Not again.
That must be where we restart. We must be restarting when we're born. Remember, the bones had our names in it. When we die, we come back there.
So we go back there then.
But what if Neil has already woken up and
Do
is
you-
now wandering?
I doubt Neil will go running amok.
But what if he doesn't remember anything?
Well, he would remember us all being together. Then he would reach out to us if he was awake. Because he would wake up from remembering being with us to being alone. Neil has a plethora of spells.
But would he? What would he remember? Where does the reset start? When we enter the Feywilds? When we first got the call?
Or is it when we're born again?
Like a baby?
We were reborn. It had our names on the bones, remember?
So he's in a dumpster somewhere?
He's not in a dumpster. He's in a corpse of a demon baby. Can we just keep walking and find the place where we were swallowed whole?
Yeah, let's go do that.
One
This is
could
getting-
describe that
this
as a
is getting-
dumpster.
Yeah. Maybe that's the dumpster he remembers. He just remembers it being like a really gross, dirty place, and it
All
wasn't.
right,
a
this
dumpster.
is getting very confusing, and let's just go find this place and see if Neil is there. If not, maybe if he's close by, maybe you can try to locate him again.
So you travel on into the burning woods, and it is excruciatingly hot, just like you remember. You're traveling through, and you don't see Algernon's tower floating in the sky now, though. It is no longer there. You travel on, and you see the broken shards of where the Crystal Man was, where you met the Lord of the Hunt. And as you're traveling on, and you're there, you still see the line of orchids trailing off into the distance, where the Lord of Summer turned into a dire wolf and ran off into the distance. The only vibrant color in this land, as everything else is hot and grey and brittle ash. And as you're traveling on, you see off in the distance the large amalgamation of a gargantuan alien creature. The legs are bent over, moving like a spider, but human legs, male legs. And you just hear way off in the distance, just echoing out throughout. Neil, you are dangling in a black hole. You see around you, the walls are this reddish pink, almost like gums. And you just see them reaching out towards you as you just see these gum textured humanoid shaped figures trying to reach out at you. The last thing you remember is running from that gargantuan baby monster, going left, right, falling down a hill, chasing, going away from a lake, going into a ravine, jumping across a gorge, and this maw coming up, swallowing you all. Now, everyone else has freaked out and has already climbed up this rope, just like before, if we remember. But this is all happening just now to you. And as you climb up to the top where it is spongy. And you climb and you climb and you dig and you dig. And then you feel your hand hit the hot air. And you climb out and you're climbing out of this destroyed baby monster that Kieran had smashed to pieces. And as you climb out of it, you all see Neil climb out of it. And you see your friends there.
Neil.
As you've just been in the Fey Wilds for one rest before you came into Feywild.
Alright, so it's probably the gum gunk on my armor, right?
No, it's just ash. Because you were
Yeah, we got-
climbing through this ash.
It's like, I'll just say, can't believe I had to climb with the armor on. It was tricky.
Welcome back, Neil.
Wait, Kieran.
Before-
Neil, what do you remember?
We were running, and we. What do you mean? What do we remember? We were running, and we were in the mouth, and we got out. Is that thing still chasing us, or are we okay now?
We are okay.
Neil, can you cast that truce spell of yours?
Neil, you also take 5 insanity.
Ah!
Oh.
Also, Riddlestan is no longer with us.
Where's Riddlestan?
The Lord of Summer.
Neil, remember when I said
He's the,
cast that?
he's the Lord of Summer. You're crazy.
Neil, cast that truce spell.
Cast the truth spell.
Why? For what?
Just do
When
it.
he says that, Sally takes off her ring.
What?
Cast the truth spell. Neil.
Zone of Truth. All right. I will cast that. So I create a magical zone that guards against deception in a 15-foot radius. Sphere centered on a point of my choice within range. So I guess I'll just center it on where I'm standing.
Yeah.
Kieran chooses to fail.
And Sally takes off her ring and chooses to fail.
Does Seraphina.
Well,
Or
I
are
mean,
we gonna? What are we? Was it some kind of game or something? We're gonna tell. Is this Truth or Dare? I heard
Neil.
about that game.
Neil,
I
you
dare you.
died. Neil, you've been dead. You were killed by Ellison, the merchant that was in our lands before we teleported into the Feywild. You were killed in the Lord of Summer. We have been repeating things near damn 40 times before you were killed with a spell. And this is all you remember.
I don't think I cast the spell right. Because you're talking crazy.
Neil, Neil, everything Sally just said is true.
We traveled in. Neil, check your books. Neil, check in your backpack and check your books. Your
All right,
novels.
I'll check in my backpack and check in the books.
Blank.
Different
Nope.
than
All blank.
they're blank now. So then they weren't blank from my perspective.
No, they weren't blank before. No.
Neil, we have no reason to lie to you.
It's also weird drawings and just talking about other things. An Algernon, a drawing, and because you did a drawing in the summer gala.
All my work is gone.
You lost the ability to write your work in the land of winter. You walked into a cave to answer questions. Also, the wells will no longer help you because the wells hate us now. We have gone all the way to the Lord of Summer. We have learned we must destroy the orchard by any means necessary. But you did die.
So I died, but how did I come back here?
Sally points to the corpse, because isn't there our name still in there?
Name's not in there. Like as you've been talking, this thing has like been dissolving, and then like this like stone has that erected and has all your names in it, and it has etchings. Each etching in it. Each of you have 40 etchings. Neil has 41. And his name has a line in it now.
We only get 41 tries. Every time we... It's a weird number.
Yeah, it feels like a fairly random number there.
I guess I'm gonna kind of just grab my head and kind of go off, like sit on a rock or something.
Serafina, you talk to him. He
Sally's
listens to
Sally's gonna slide her ring back on.
Yeah, I'll follow Neil and sit next to him. Is the rock big enough for both of us?
Sure.
I sit next to him. Neil, I understand that all of this must be very hard to understand. But we wouldn't lie to you.
How did I die? What happened?
We made it to the Lord of Summer's gala, but not without sacrificing many things. And Ellison was there. He attempted to persuade the Lord to no longer allow us in his realm or to kill us. I'm not 100% sure what his goal was. But Sayali was able to speak in our favor and more convincingly sway the Lord to our side. And Ellison attacked us. Kieran was able to kill Ellison, but not before he spoke a death word against you.
How did you find me again?
The Lord of Summer told us where you would be. We've repeated this cycle 40 times now.
So you came to find me?
Of course.
All of you?
Yes.
Oh.
I just realized Neil only remembers us hating him.
That's
Neil
true.
only remembers
true.
Sayali and Kieran threatening him
That's
and
true.
being a dick to him.
I'm gonna put my hand on his shoulder.
He hasn't called your mum yet.
I know.
He's never called you mom.
I'm gonna put my hand on his shoulder and look at him and say, we've sacrificed many things in our time here, and we don't completely understand what all we've lost. But we've gained so much. We all love you so much, Neil. You mean so much to us, and your death could have torn us apart. We had to come for you. Kieran is still quite shy about these things, so I wouldn't.
I'm gonna like
him.
flinch away from her hand. This place
A
is
single tear rolls down.
this place is crazy.
Yes?
Am I still in the? I'm gonna try to like disbelieve this. This doesn't sound right.
You're still in the zone of truth, unless you had walked out of it.
Oh, I'm still in the zone of truth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless you had walked out of it.
But I mean, one way you can always justify this is like, you know, we may believe this. That doesn't mean it's
True. Hmm. Truth is a very open thing. Also,
Neil, you told us that you told me that you were born in a dumpster and that you'd never had a mother before. You never knew love until you were taken into the church when you were a young child.
And there was a girl.
I don't think we know that though. He said that secretly.
Oh, did he?
He said
No.
But he told us. No,
He
he
did.
told
We
us
heard
about-
that. We heard
We
I
that.
did.
Oh wait, no, but did he forget her?
But I don't remember her
He
anymore.
doesn't
Yeah.
remember her,
Hmm.
So.
but he will remember the dumpster baby bit.
he will remember the dumpster berry story.
Also, Neil, how much insanity do you have right now?
10.
Jesus Christ, Neil!
Trade it in.
Once I hit 13 is my max. What happens?
You go mad.
Trade that insanity in, boy.
Yeah, I probably should trade it for a quirk or something. Could my quirk somehow revolve around
No,
real or something?
yeah, I mean, I generally have like choice, but obviously talking about it.
I did it in private with him. I just messaged him
Oh,
privately.
okay. All right.
That way.
Well, I'll kind of keep them at a distance. I mean, I'm stuck in a desert, so I mean, I'm a something. Okay, all right, sure. You know, okay. So what are we doing now?
Well, first you're gonna put on your armor correctly.
Oh fuck! He forgot to put on his armor correctly.
Is it on, or do I have the suit on?
No, you have your armor on.
Oh, okay. I have it on.
Yeah, but your shoulder piece is
Ah,
backwards.
Neil, do you
Where's
remember
Riddle stand?
do you remember when we came into the burning forest? We were going towards the tower. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Look, and I point. Do you see the tower?
Do I see it?
It's gone.
It's because it's not there any longer.
We've already gone.
We've done this before. We went to
Riddles-
the tower.
Riddleston is with the Lord of Summer now. He stayed when we left to come retrieve you.
Okay. Sure. So what
All
are we doing now?
We are destroying the orchard by any means necessary.
Okay.
A lot of orchards, I think.
All right.
And quite frankly, we'll probably need you for this.
You're stronger than you know, Neil. And your spellcasting ability is stronger than you know. And if you have any questions on how I cast my spells, feel free to ask. I will surely answer.
You can't cast spells.
Oh,
We're
is
just going
there?
around. You guys are not pulling whatever you are. You all go first. I'll stay back about 10 feet. You're a rogue. You can't cast spells. Everybody knows that.
Okay. Give me a second. No one say anything.
I sent you something on Zoom. Yeah.
Neil, why don't you believe us?
Or unusual. All right. Okay. Okay. All right. So is that my thing?
Mm-hmm. So something that you think is narratively, like appropriate in that thing I gave you.
Sure. You're from the future. I died. So,
We're not from the future. You died. You went back to a point that we've all been restarting from when we die.
all right. You're giving me a headache here. So what are we doing now?
We're destroying the
We're
orchard.
going to burn the orchard down.
Okay.
But they're not normal.
What's not normal?
The orchards.
Well, anything really.
Yeah, pretty much everything here.
We're gonna
Everything's not
burn the
normal.
orchard down. Okay.
You cannot destroy the orchard with fire. I've tried.
No, we were just speaking.
Is that hole still here that I just climbed out of?
No,
Oh. All
you climbed out of the creature,
right.
not the hole. Like it's
Okay.
like it's belly guts.
Look at Serafina. She doesn't have her guild pouch anymore.
It's true, I lost my fanny pack. And instead I have this super cool suitcase of holding.
What you gave a lot for.
Yes, you are all different now. Interesting.
Do you have any questions for us, Neil?
No, not at all. We're just gonna go to an orchard and set it on fire.
Well, as good as we're gonna get for now.
I'm gonna keep away from them, and I'll always have my hand near my sword.
Yeah. And as you're traveling on, going through, where do you go? You go back to the orchard.
I think that's the one we know of the most. Is the summer orchard.
Traveling back to the summer orchard. You go on through. And when go on.
Oh, I was gonna say, when we walk into the orchard, Sally wants to look at Serafina. Go. There's a point in here where I hear music that is almost unbearable, and I think we should find where it is the loudest.
That seems as good a place to start as any.
Will you be able to? Never mind.
I don't know. I don't know where my usefulness will stop, but I have a feeling that it grows stronger at a certain point for a reason.
Well, let us know if you need anything.
So as you're in the orchards, we're just gonna skip through it, because you've already been through that land. We just see the screen wipe and you're back in the orchards. You get to the point, say LA, where you start hearing the music. Directional. You're going towards it. Moving forward. The skies get darker, which is strange because this is the Summerland. Bright blue skies are a staple. But you're moving on. The directional tone is getting stronger until it centers and it's at its most loudest, to the point where it is humming and thrashing and drilling into your head because all you hear is that.
When it reaches its peak, Sally, who probably can't hear anyone else, will drop to a knee and quietly go, "We're there." What do we see around us? Like, are there any like?
You see there's trees everywhere because you're inside the forest, but where it gets its loudest is where you're in this cluster of trees. And if you turn your head, you can, once again, directional kind of face where it is. And when you kind of put your head in a certain direction, you open your eyes and you can see, although there is a cluster of trees everywhere, there is a dark, shadowy pathway getting deeper into the orchards.
Can we all see this?
You will
Let me just
see, like, she's pointing, and now you see, from her like perspective, you look around, you can see this kind of like, it's not like a pathway, it's a pathway in the trees, kind of like it's the only point where there's just like this throughput, where the trees aren't just like sparse around.
Well, down the rabbit hole we go.
Like quietly use my divine sense power on them, just to see if they're celestials, fiends, or undead.
None.
And I would also sense any of them within 60 feet, as long as they're not completely blocked off by.
None. No, not where you are.
Okay.
We can see into the woods. It's not like dark.
It's dark and shadowy.
Okay.
As I said, it's like getting overcast, which is strange.
All right. I think we go forward.
Forward it is.
Kieran,
Kieran.
why don't you take the front and I'll bring up the rear.
Sounds good. Kieran sort of loosens his maul and has it at the ready and starts walking in.
Neil, I don't know what we'll hear or see in there, but you should wear your helmet. If I can't hear anything because of the music, I want you to be able to read everything you can find and mark it down.
I'll put my helmet on and look at her weird.
Yeah.
She'll say in Connor's voice, "Does it work?"
Does it work?
Just a different language.
Yeah.
Okay, and as you are doing this and you're guiding your way through, you're traveling for about 20 minutes. And as you're traveling through, the trees are getting thicker. And I don't mean that they are... Oops. And I don't mean that they are getting more in abundance. I mean they are literally getting thicker. The trunks are swelling out. The bark is turning this blackish grey. And the further and further and deeper in you go, the trees just become this black oak. Not burned, but just void of light and hue and life. And the only thing that sets them apart is the vibrant red apples on them. And as you get further and further in, you will see what you've seen before. First time for Neil is this large, gargantuan tree. It shades the entire area. It is humongous. The branches extend out. The roots snake up and down into the land and seem to be the mother of all these others. But built into it, around it, are circular, jet black, spheric stones that seem to be built on each other. You see what looks to be an indent, a door, and a small plinth in the front. And on top of the door, you see the image of the black sun. You get this sense, Sayeli, this urge. Your hand starts quaking. Almost as if you know what you should do. Almost as if you want to do it. It's almost as if you want to, like before, when you were in the mountain of Boros, slit your hand and let the blood run free upon the plinth in front of you.
Sally is going to reach for a dagger, and as she does, tears start to well up in her eyes, and she just starts whispering like over and over again, like, "Stop me, stop me."
Can I hear her?
Mm-hmm.
Then I grab her hand and yank it away. Her hand with the dagger.
I want initiative checks.
We will battle.
Kill me.
I'm not gonna kill you.
Okay.
Is this from everyone or just?
Serafina says that she was going for it, so. And then anyone from Sailor.
Ha!
Stop me, please. Kill me. End me.
She
Stop me
gets
from
to
doing
do it,
this.
and you stop. And as you stop, you feel this disappointment come over you. Sally, like they were right. And then you shake out of it because you are yourself. And then you all hear behind you,
My, what tasty morsels you are.
and that's where we'll end for today.
Ah, what an
Oh.
episode.
Okay.
Mm.
Oh my goodness. I can't believe I lost my baby boy.
Oh my god. Boop.
My son.
My son.
My child. Yeah. You solved my death trap. Congratulations, my death puzzle.
We solved your death puzzle.
Yeah, nice. So
It only took forever, but we figured it out.
It only took one of us dying.
I know, right? Well, it's okay. We'll see what more revelations we can get into next week. We go on your cast and crew, starting with Tiz.
It's me, Tiz_aliens on Twitter. This was super fun. I was kind of suspicious when Neil died because I was like, is he leaving? Because if he's leaving and this is how he chose to leave, I'm going to be so mad. And I'm very glad that that's not the case because I felt my heart shatter into 1,000,000 pieces. And then I felt my whole body catch on fire and then immediately be doused in icy water. It was horrifying. So thank you for that. But also, how dare you? How dare you,
how,
son?
how dare?
How dare. Yes. Where can you find me? You can find me on Twitter at Tiz_aliens. You can also find me at Monster Crushing, where I host a podcast with another Greyhawk channel member where we talk about cryptids, the paranormal, and aliens, and which ones are the most smoochable.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Indeed.
Predators.
Predators. They just
Oh,
they can
yeah,
encompass so
predators
much of your face.
super smoochable with their sexy faces.
Yeah, be sure to check out all of that. Thank you for playing, for having you. And yeah, jumping from you to Neil, or also known as Sean.
Hi, I'm Sean. Tomorrow, Don't forget, check out on the D&D channel, Dice Camera Action, 7 p.m. Eastern. And then on Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern, we'll be talking about it on Waffle Talk. And that'll be on my channel, Power Score RPG, and the D&D channel on Twitch. And then also Thursday on this channel at 1 p.m., I run Secrets of Castle Greyhawk, starring the Iron Dabbers, who are going through the ruins of Castle Greyhawk, slowly making their way towards the bottom level, which contains the God Crap, which on this show, depending on what time it is, I use might be trapped in down there. So that's it for me.
Nice, super great having you. Loved I got to kill you, and we got to see that sad drama hit the rest of the group. As we all know, I love the drama. But yeah, thank you for playing. And jumping from you to Tom.
Wow, what an episode! That was intense. Lot of emotion. Lot of actual Tommy anger at killing Elisand. Like legit, just wanted to smash his face in. I'm real glad I got to do that. But I mean the moment with sort of Neil being reborn and his character now being a little bit different is very powerful. And I'm I'm so excited to see where this goes next week. But yeah, that was great. And you can find me on Twitter at Imperator Pengu. I do Dungeons and Dragons and some gaming related stuff. That's probably honestly the best place to find out what I'm doing. I am also the producer and GM for a podcast called the Tabletop Explorer Society, in which is a learn by play podcast where we explore different tabletop RPG systems outside of your sort of bread and butter systems that we all know and love. You can follow us at Tabletop Explorer. We just launched last Monday, and we'll be releasing another new episode next Monday. So follow us for that. It's a lot of fun, and yeah, that's all I got. Oh, Friday. I have got the first episode or the session 1 of the Invisible Sun campaign I'm in, run by Grant Ellis on Grimjack's channel. And that will be interesting. Session 0 was a blast.
Yeah. Super great, and Invisible Sun is amazing, and yeah, just super great having you and playing, and thanks for being a part of this crazy adventure. And let you bring from you to Brie.
Hey, it's NPC Bree with 2 E's. You can find me on Twitter. It's where I live. I live there. It's my home. I don't have to pay rent. It's great. Today, I have a lot of feelings. I have to go to work in a little bit, and I've got a lot of emotions I'm going to have to process before then. I'm heartbroken that Neil had to die, and I'm heartbroken that Neil is not as soft as he was 30 minutes ago. But it'll be okay. It's fun to kind of see the lore and the history of my character come out a lot too. It's fun to see my sweet torture bae really suffer. It's really good. You can also find me on the Greyhawk channel on Sundays. Not this Sunday, but next Sunday, because AcadeCon is taking over our lives. But at 8:30 Central, because I'm going to do all of these in Central Time now because time zones confuse me. 8:30 Central Time on Sundays, you can find me on the Greyhawk channel as well, playing Nynaeve, a Black Looming character, so Enemies of the Soul. You can also find me every other Monday, not this Monday, but next Monday night at 9 p.m. Central Time, where we play Comedy of Strahd on Soulbear RPG. It is our comedy game of The Curse of Strahd, where I play Darla, who is multi-classing into every single class.
Nice.
On Wednesday nights on 9 p.m. Central, you can also find me on Eden, which is on Scraticus's channel. It is the cyberpunk cipher system game full of stress and anxiety, because I love games that give me stress and sweaty palms. A not me related thing, but a Greyhawk channel related thing. Please, if you are a subscriber, go to Gen Con 2019's page. If you want to go to Gen Con next year and you want to hang out with everyone in the Greyhawk channel and you want to hang out in Castle Greyhawk where we are all renting a huge home to play D&D when the campaign is over and the days end, please go there and sign up. There are still some rooms left and some beds left. If you want a bed, you want to hang out with us, you want to see DM Shane, you want to see our biggest fans and our fun players who are all going, please, please, please go there and sign up while there are still rooms. We would love to see you.
Yeah, indeedly do. Be sure to do that. And thank you all for playing. Super awesome having all of you and your talented RP and D&D playing action. You're great. And yeah, I am Pro Starter, as you can see down below, just below me. Check out my Twitter because I have a lot of stuff going on. Literally each day. You can find me here tomorrow at 12 ES. I think it's at EDT now. So yeah, EST, EDT, who the fuck knows? I don't know time zones. You can find me here. Yeah, you can find me here playing Daquan and all that good stuff at ProRestart on Twitter to find out when I'm streaming, who I'm streaming with, and to see my schedule that is pinned on my main page. But I'm gonna go decompress and just be really warm and fuzzy about how I got to kill people today because that's what I live on because I'm a DM. And yeah, see you guys next time.